Bianca here, and welcome to Teach Like Bianca. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you ways that you can manage stress that is directly related to classroom management. And this type of stress is usually happening in the moment. So I'm going to show you some ways where you can handle that and prepare yourself for future stressed out moments in the classroom. In my classroom management strategies video, I shared different ways where you can manage classroom behaviors. However, I also started out the video by saying classroom management can make or break your teaching career, which I believe that's true because most of the classroom management behaviors that are dealt with, especially when teachers do leave the profession, is because they are stressed out. Now, I do understand that my classroom is going to look different from your classroom, and the dynamic and the demographic and everything that surrounds what's happening inside the classroom is going to be different. But each day comes with different experiences. And I want to let you know, if you do get to a breaking point with classroom behaviors and you're stressed out beyond control, these are some things that you can do. The first one is making sure that you just relax and breathe. Now, you might think, oh, this is very simple. It's something I already know to do. But you want to take a break and you want to give yourself a break. So if you're trying to teach a lesson and students aren't listening, they're arguing with each other, they keep talking, just remove yourself from your teaching area. We all have a teaching area where we start out with our direct instruction. We may roam around the room, but we always start and usually end in the same area. So if that does happen, leave that teaching space that you do have and go sit at your desk, or you can even sit amongst the students, but just leave that area and just let your students know, when you're ready to learn, I'm ready to teach. For the most part, take a little bit of time, take a minute, 2, 3 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, and just sit at your desk by yourself. Let them know what the directive is. Tell them they're gonna have to finish the assignment on their own, or they're going to do it for homework, whatever the case might be, and you're just going to sit and wait for them to be ready to learn. The next part is just to stay silent. This is really to help you out so that you don't say something in the moment that you're going to later regret, or you're going to maybe later have to apologize for. You just don't want to be having to make a phone call to your union or talk to your principal about it later. The next is to focus on something positive. I know this is probably very frustrating at the time to do so, but go back to something that's positive and bring up a time that was positive in your classroom and just say, remember when, and continue from there. And if you can't find for any positive moments in the classroom, which I hope you do, think about another time and point in your teaching career that happened that really led the directive for you to love what you do. It's just something small that can help out. The next one is stopping the class. And this is where you want to get your students into a circle, have them turn their desks or pull their chairs into a circle, and really just discuss some ways that you can have more positivity in the classroom. Ask them what's going wrong, ask them for feedback. What can you do? What can they do? And give a talking object that you can pass around the room, and have this object be the main focus for those that are speaking so that others don't speak out of turn. And if people do want to talk, they do get a chance to speak. But make sure that object goes around to every single student in the room, even those students that are generally quiet and won't say anything, because usually they do. And during this circle, make sure that it's unstructured, that it's very informal, and students may say a lot of things that are on their mind, and this should be a free time for them to say those things without having any repercussions. You could also even ask for observers and ask for other participants in your building. If you have a behavior specialist, the counselor, another teacher, the principal, assistant principal, just somebody on the outside, invite them in as well so that they could be a part of this discussion, because always having that third party in works wonders and can change your classroom. And my last tip is, don't take it personal. So if you are having maybe a classroom circle and you're having discussions and they say something to you that they want or they need from you, don't take it personal. Just remember, these are kids. You want them to be able to advocate for themselves. You also want to be able to get feedback on your own teaching and from those who are with you every single day throughout the school year. So it's easier to ask those students, get that feedback, so you're not just trying to figure it out along the way. So don't take it personal what they say. Take it as some constructive feedback where everybody can learn and grow together. This is also a great way for you to know that you're building relationships with students. And it might not seem like it because you're stressed out, you're trying to maybe learn about them along the way, and you're dealing with more behaviors than actually teaching. But doing these steps, especially early on in the school year, will make you have a great spring of the school year. And those are all the strategies I do have to manage your stress that is related to classroom management. I will link in the description below how to manage classroom behaviors. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.